Another thing you can do while you're injured is stay working with your body. This is more than cardio or power or anything. This is going to keep your skill up. Okay? The heavy bag, a lot of skill, but it does work with power and strength. But you do have to watch it a lot more carefully because you just can't move as much as you're trying to heal your injury. Okay? So one thing you can do with Bob while you're healing is work the techniques. So hey guys, a lot of you guys don't have an Airdyne, but there might be one at a local gym. So this is a great rehab piece of equipment. I mean, you can, once your knee starts healing up, and you can actually start rehabbing it, physical therapy. The bicycle is probably the best single piece of equipment you can have to rehab your knee. But before that, when you first injure it and you're not going to rehab it yet, you're trying to stay away from it, but still work your techniques and your power and your cardio. This is a great piece of equipment because you can use your upper body and you can rest your feet here on these pegs and you can push and pull at the same time or isolate. You just push, 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 or pull, 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 or push, pull. You can go to one arm. You can get a full cardio workout and you work your strength and your power. So the Airdyne is a great piece of rehab equipment. And if you're not rehabbing, it's probably the single best anaerobic metabolism piece of workout equipment that I have. I mean, if you wanna just completely get your cardio up to the next level and you're anaerobic, the way you can push, pull, and pedal it, there's nothing else like that. So anyway, Airdyne, great for rehab. You can use the upper body if you hurt your meniscus or something else in your lower body. Another great piece of equipment if you don't have one. Maybe there's one at a gym. Or if you want to invest in home equipment, probably one of the best pieces you could get would be an Airdyne, just for so many reasons. All right? Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for coming. Stay safe, stay healthy. Try not to get injured, but if you do, you always want to keep training, but you got to train smart and you got to switch it up. All right? Don't be stupid and just go, oh, I'm just going to work through it. It's just going to keep going and going, getting worse and worse and worse, not going to get better. Next thing you know, you're going to be in a freaking wheelchair. So make sure you let it rest for as long as you have to before you start rehabbing it and doing physical therapy. All right, guys, stay safe, stay healthy. Don't let anyone take your lunch money. Thanks for coming. Hey guys, Pit Master here. Martial arts is rough. It's a tough sport. It's a tough activity, but we want to do it. We are martial artists. And guess what? Sometimes we get injured. And we still want to keep training when we're injured, but we don't want to. You can't keep training on the injury or it'll never heal. It'll only get worse. So let's say we have a meniscus tear, say in your knee. You got a medial meniscus tear. So there's a lot of things you can't do, including, but not limited to, running. You can't run, can't hike, can't go upstairs. You can't really ride a bike until it starts healing. You can't kick. You can't spar. There's a lot of things you can't do. So we want to minimize the loss of cardio, skill, strength, power by trying to train as much as we can while still letting our meniscus heal or whatever that injury is. You want it to heal, but you still want to be in shape. It's hard to do, and you will go down. Your conditioning will go down. Like if you're in a training camp and you're getting in top shape and you tear your meniscus, your conditioning over the next 2 or 3 weeks is going to go down while it's healing. But you want it to go down as little as possible. You want to try to keep as much cardio and strength, power, and skill as you can, okay? So I'm going to help you do that. I'm going to help you do that, okay? So say I have a meniscus tear. Say it's my left. So one thing I want to do is I still want to punch, okay? I don't want to bounce around much because you know it's only going to damage it more, take longer to heal, and it hurts. So I'm going to be more stationary when I'm hitting the bag, and I'm gonna focus on putting more weight on my non-injured leg. But I still want to be able to throw the punches. Okay? You want to work speed. You want to work power. You don't want to bounce around. You don't want to dance around. You want to try to settle your leg as much as possible, but still use the bag. Okay? So that's the heavy bag, all boxing, okay? So that's the heavy bag, all boxing. Hey guys, okay, here's another one that you can work when you're injured. Say you got a meniscus tear. The tire, working the sledgehammer with the tire. You got to be careful when you're doing this, but it can work your strength, it can work your power, and it can work your skill to a degree because it is sport specific, a lot of your hip movement, etc. But let's just say mainly it's going to work your power, your strength, and if you do it for any length of time, it definitely works your cardio. So sledgehammer with the tire is a great way to work out through an injury. Okay, so this could take the place of, you know, walking or hiking or even jogging. All right, so you work the power. Make sure you focus on not turning or re-injuring or irritating your injury. Okay, you can still do that with a sledge. And after a couple minutes, it starts to get cardio-ish. All right, guys, another thing, if you have an injury, like a meniscus tear, this is a great rowing technique because this helps you pull, it helps your cardio, it helps your strength, and it is sport specific because there's a lot of pulling in martial arts, right? Pulling them to a clinch, pulling them for a takedown, etc. So there's a lot of pulling. Plus, when you're doing this for a little while, you do start to get a little cardio. It's like a rowing machine, but you don't have to use your legs. So I would say go do a rowing machine, but you have to use your legs too much. That's not going to let your meniscus heal up, okay? So you want to work something like this. You can do 2 and just keep going a certain amount, like say 100, and then you can go switch it to 1, because sometimes in a fight you might just be pulling with one hand, right? So you can. So you can do double, or you can do singles, okay? Another thing you can do with the crossover symmetry bands, which is, they're great. It's a great company, guys. I love these. They're great for shoulder rehab and just overall working out. You can do all kind of workouts. Okay, and so another thing, I was just doing pulling, but now you want to do pushing. So this is kind of like a pull-up. This would be kind of like a push-up. You know what I mean? So you're pushing out, building up strength and power, and you can do one at a time. Stimulate punching. Okay, but it's another great way to keep your conditioning up while you're injured without irritating the injury over and over, and then it'll never heal. In fact, it'll get worse, okay? So, crossover symmetry bands, or any kind of bands you want, but use them like pushing, pulling, you can do curls, etc. All right?